The world is changing at an unprecedented pace. New technologies are emerging that promise to revolutionize the way we live, work, and interact with the world around us. This is the Fourth Industrial Revolution, and it is already upon us. The First Industrial Revolution was marked by the introduction of mechanical production powered by water and steam. The Second Industrial Revolution saw the rise of mass production and assembly lines powered by electricity. The Third Industrial Revolution brought us the digital age, with computers and the internet transforming the way we communicate and access information. Now the Fourth Industrial Revolution is taking these advancements even further. It is characterized by the fusion of the physical, digital, and biological worlds, driven by technologies such as artificial intelligence, robotics, the Internet of Things, 3D printing, genetic engineering, quantum computing, and more. These technologies are not developing in isolation but rather converging and reinforcing each other, creating a perfect storm of innovation that is poised to fundamentally reshape our world. The Fourth Industrial Revolution blurs the lines between physical, digital, and biological spheres. Digital integration into our environments is creating fluid online and offline experiences. Smart factories and self-driving cars optimize processes and navigate roads with AI. Biotechnology advances open new possibilities for personalized medicine and human augmentation. These technologies will transform our lives, raising questions about humanity in a tech-driven age. The stakes in this Fourth Industrial Revolution are incredibly high. Nations harnessing emerging technologies will shape the future of the global economy, security, and geopolitics. The race for technological supremacy is fiercely contested by the United States and China. Both nations are investing heavily in research, development, and infrastructure to gain a competitive edge. The competition between the United States and China is a clash of values and ideologies. The US advocates for an open international order, while China promotes state-led capitalism. This competition will shape the future of democracy, human rights, and global power. The world watches to see who will lead the Fourth Industrial Revolution. China, a country with a really long history of inventing cool stuff, is leading the way in new technology again. But this time, it's a much bigger deal. China's leaders know that this new era of technology isn't just about catching up to countries like the US, it's about becoming the best in the world at technology. They really want to make China the most powerful country in the world again, like it was a long time ago. President Xi Jinping, the strongest leader China has had in a long time, wants technology to be a huge part of China's future. He keeps saying how important it is for China to be really good at technology, to do things on its own, and to change from just making things to inventing new things. And he's not just talking. China is spending a ton of money and working really hard to make this happen. China is going all in on this new tech revolution. They're not just buying new gadgets, they're changing everything about how they invent things. Think schools, labs, factories, even how people start businesses. The government is the coach here, setting big goals, giving out lots of money, and making it easy for new tech to grow. A big part of China's plan is to train lots of skilled workers and clever business people. They're spending tons of money on science and tech education, from grade school all the way to college. Things like computer smarts, robots, and how to understand lots of information are super important. They're even getting smart people from all over the world to come to China to work, offering them good deals to move there. It's like a big talent search. China isn't just talking big, they're putting their money where their mouth is. The government is spending a huge amount of money, we're talking trillions of dollars, on research and new inventions over the next 10 years. They're especially focused on new tech like artificial intelligence, super-fast computers, and biology stuff. This big investment is already showing good results, as China is catching up to the United States in important areas of science and technology. Big companies in China are also spending lots of money on new ideas. Tech giants like Alibaba, Tencent, and Huawei are putting billions of dollars into research labs, investing in new companies, and buying other companies to become the best in the world at what they do. All this money from businesses is speeding up China's tech growth even more, making a good cycle of new ideas and a growing economy. Part 4. Made in China 2025. Made in China 2025 is China's plan to lead in high-tech manufacturing. They aim to excel in 10 key sectors. Think supercomputers, robots, airplanes, and more. This plan could make China a global tech leader. Section 5. Building the Digital Silk Road. China's technological ambitions extend beyond its borders. Through initiatives like the Belt and Road Initiative and the Digital Silk Road, China is investing heavily in infrastructure projects and technology partnerships across Asia, Africa, and Latin America. These initiatives are not just about expanding China's economic influence, but also about shaping the digital future of these regions. China is exporting its technologies, standards, and expertise to developing countries, helping them build telecommunications networks, smart cities, and e-commerce platforms. This is creating new markets for Chinese companies, strengthening China's geopolitical ties, and giving it a leg up in setting global technological standards. The Digital Silk Road in particular is seen as a way for China to promote its own vision of a digitally interconnected world, one that is increasingly centered on Chinese technologies and platforms. Part 6. Making stuff. China wants to do more than just make things, but it's still really good at it. Its giant factories, lots of skilled workers, and smooth supply chains keep bringing in money from other countries. China makes a lot of the stuff we use every day. This helps China with the Fourth Industrial Revolution, fancy new technology. Because they're so good at making things, Chinese companies can quickly make lots of these new gadgets and sell them for good prices. Think about things like phones, internet equipment, and solar panels. Chinese companies are the best in the world at making these. Also, China is super fast at building things like 5G networks, AI, and electric cars inside their own country. This lets Chinese companies test out new ideas. Gap 2S. As this new technology keeps growing, China's ability to make things will be really important. It lets them quickly turn new inventions into money. The United States has long been synonymous with innovation. From the invention of the telephone and the light bulb to the development of the internet and the smartphone, American ingenuity has consistently pushed the boundaries of what's possible. This spirit of innovation is deeply embedded in the nation's DNA, fueled by a culture that celebrates risk-taking, rewards creativity, and embraces change. The American approach to innovation is characterized by its decentralized nature, with universities, private companies, and government agencies all playing important roles. The United States boasts some of the world's leading research universities where brilliant minds from across the globe converge to explore new frontiers of knowledge. These institutions serve as incubators of innovation, generating groundbreaking discoveries and nurturing the next generation of scientists, engineers, and entrepreneurs. No discussion of American innovation would be complete without mentioning Silicon Valley, the epicenter of the global tech industry. Home to tech giants like Apple, Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and Facebook, Silicon Valley has become synonymous with cutting-edge technology, disruptive innovation, and entrepreneurial spirit. These companies have not only revolutionized the way we communicate, access information, and consume entertainment, but have also become global economic powerhouses, shaping the digital landscape and influencing the lives of billions of people around the world. Silicon Valley's success is often attributed to its unique ecosystem, which fosters collaboration, encourages risk-taking, and attracts top talent from around the globe. Venture capitalists, angel investors, and a culture of serial entrepreneurship provide the financial fuel for startups to flourish, while the proximity of world-class universities like Stanford and Berkeley ensures a steady pipeline of highly skilled graduates ready to join the ranks of these innovative companies. While the United States continues to excel in areas like software development, artificial intelligence, and biotechnology, it has faced growing challenges in the realm of manufacturing. Over the past few decades, the U.S. has outsourced a significant portion of its manufacturing base to countries like China, enticed by lower labor costs and less stringent environmental regulations. This shift has resulted in a decline in manufacturing jobs in the U.S. and a growing dependence on foreign suppliers for critical goods. This dependence on foreign manufacturing has become increasingly problematic in recent years, as supply chain disruptions caused by events like the COVID-19 pandemic have exposed the vulnerability of relying on distant producers. Moreover, as technological advancements like artificial intelligence and robotics become increasingly integrated into manufacturing processes, concerns have grown that the U.S. risks falling behind in these critical areas if it does not invest in rebuilding its domestic manufacturing capabilities. The realization that the United States had become overly reliant on foreign semiconductor manufacturers, particularly in Taiwan and South Korea, served as a wake-up call. Semiconductors, the tiny chips that power everything from smartphones and computers to cars and airplanes, are essential components of the modern economy. The COVID-19 pandemic exposed the fragility of global supply chains, leading to shortages of semiconductors and highlighting the national security implications of relying on foreign suppliers for such critical components. In response to this challenge, the United States government passed the CHIPS and Science Act in 2022. This landmark legislation aims to revitalize the American semiconductor industry by providing $52 billion in funding for domestic semiconductor manufacturing and research. The act is a significant step towards reducing U.S. dependence on foreign chipmakers and strengthening its position in the global technology race. Section 5. Reigniting the research engine. While the private sector plays a vital role in driving innovation in the United States, government funding for research and development has historically been a key catalyst for breakthroughs that have transformed industries and improved lives. From the Apollo program that landed humans on the moon to the Human Genome Project that unlocked the secrets of our DNA, government-funded research has consistently pushed the boundaries of scientific knowledge and technological advancement. However, federal funding for research and development has declined as a percentage of GDP in recent decades, raising concerns that the United States is losing its edge in scientific discovery and technological innovation. To maintain its competitive advantage in the face of China's growing investments in research, the United States must prioritize increasing federal funding for basic research across a wide range of scientific disciplines. Section 6. The power of partnerships. While the United States and China are often portrayed as rivals in the race for technological supremacy, the reality is more nuanced. Both nations have unique strengths and weaknesses, and there is potential for collaboration and cooperation in areas of mutual interest. Moreover, the United States recognizes the importance of fostering partnerships with other like-minded nations to amplify its innovative capacity and counterbalance China's growing influence on the global stage. Alliances with countries like Japan, South Korea, Germany, the United Kingdom, and Canada, all of which share a commitment to democratic values and a rules-based international order, can create a powerful network for technological collaboration. By pooling resources, sharing expertise, and coordinating policies, these nations can accelerate innovation, set global standards, and ensure that the benefits of technological advancements are shared widely and equitably. At the heart of the Fourth Industrial Revolution lies the relentless pursuit of innovation. In this arena, the United States and China each bring distinct strengths and strategies to the table. The United States has long been recognized for its groundbreaking discoveries, its ability to foster an environment where creativity flourishes, and its knack for transforming novel ideas into commercially successful products and services. Silicon Valley stands as a testament to this innovative spirit, a global hub where entrepreneurs, investors, and researchers converge to push the boundaries of what's possible. China, on the other hand, excels at scaling up existing technologies and rapidly deploying them across its vast domestic market. With a centralized government that prioritizes technological advancement and a vast pool of engineering talent, China can quickly adapt and implement new technologies across various sectors. This ability to rapidly scale up production and drive down costs gives Chinese companies a significant advantage in bringing new products to market and capturing global market share. Section 2. Manufacturing matters. While innovation is crucial, the ability to manufacture products at scale and efficiently remains a critical factor in determining economic competitiveness. In this domain, China holds a clear advantage, having established itself as the world's factory over the past few decades. China's vast manufacturing infrastructure, skilled workforce, and efficient supply chains make it a formidable force in producing a wide range of goods, from consumer electronics to solar panels to electric vehicles. The United States, having outsourced a significant portion of its manufacturing capacity in recent decades, faces challenges in regaining its footing in this arena. While initiatives like the CHIPS Act aim to revitalize domestic semiconductor production, rebuilding a robust and resilient manufacturing base will require sustained investment, workforce development, and supportive policies that encourage companies to invest in American manufacturing. Section 3. The policy landscape. The approaches to fostering innovation and technological advancement differ significantly between the United States and China. The United States has traditionally relied on a more decentralized approach, with a strong emphasis on private sector innovation, and a lighter touch in terms of government intervention. This model has fostered a dynamic and competitive environment where companies are free to experiment, take risks, and pursue their own visions. China, on the other hand, embraces a more centralized and top-down approach, with the government playing a leading role in setting strategic priorities, directing investments, and guiding the development of key technologies. The Made in China 2025 initiative exemplifies this approach, outlining a clear roadmap for China to achieve dominance in 10 key sectors, including artificial intelligence, robotics, and advanced manufacturing. Section 4. Projecting global influence. The race for technological leadership between the United States and China has profound implications for global influence. The nation that sets the standards for emerging technologies, controls the flow of data, and shapes the digital landscape will wield significant geopolitical power in the 21st century. China's Belt and Road Initiative and Digital Silk Road are prime examples of its efforts to extend its influence through infrastructure projects, technology partnerships, and the export of its technological standards and expertise. The United States, while still a global leader in many technological domains, faces challenges in maintaining its influence as China's technological prowess grows. Strengthening alliances with like-minded nations, promoting its vision of a free and open internet, and continuing to invest in cutting-edge research and development will be crucial for the United States. Section 5. A question of values. Beyond the economic and geopolitical implications, the race for technological dominance between the United States and China also raises fundamental questions about values. The United States has long championed principles of individual liberty, freedom of expression, and a rules-based international order. China, on the other hand, operates under a different set of values, prioritizing state control, social stability, and national rejuvenation. As artificial intelligence and other advanced technologies become increasingly integrated into our lives, the values embedded in these technologies will have a profound impact on societies around the world. The question of which nation's values will shape the future of technology is not merely an academic one. It is a question with far-reaching consequences for the future of humanity. Section 1. A high-stakes race. The competition between the United States and China to lead the Fourth Industrial Revolution is not merely a contest of technological prowess, it is a high-stakes race with profound implications for the future of global power, economic prosperity, and the very fabric of international relations. The nation that emerges victorious in this race will be uniquely positioned to shape the rules of the 21st century, influencing everything from global trade and investment to the development and deployment of transformative technologies that will reshape our world. This competition is unfolding against a backdrop of shifting geopolitical dynamics, characterized by the rise of new centers of power, the resurgence of nationalism, and the erosion of the post-World War II liberal order. In this fluid and uncertain environment, technological leadership has become a key determinant of national power and international influence. The ability to develop and deploy cutting-edge technologies, control critical supply chains, and set global standards will be paramount in shaping the contours of the future world order. The Fourth Industrial Revolution is already transforming industries across the board, from manufacturing and healthcare to finance and transportation. Technologies like artificial intelligence, robotics, the Internet of Things, and 3D printing are blurring the lines between the physical, digital, and biological worlds, creating new possibilities for innovation and disruption. The nation that leads in these technological domains will be best positioned to shape the future of these industries, creating new markets, generating high-paying jobs, and reaping the economic rewards of technological advancement. For example, the development and deployment of autonomous vehicles will revolutionize transportation, potentially reducing accidents, improving traffic flow, and transforming the automotive industry. Similarly, advancements in artificial intelligence and machine learning are poised to revolutionize healthcare, enabling earlier and more accurate diagnoses, personalized treatments, and the development of new drugs and therapies. The nation that leads in these areas will not only reap the economic benefits of these technological breakthroughs, but will also gain a significant competitive advantage in the global marketplace. Section 3. The battle for technological standards. Beyond specific technologies, the race for leadership in the Fourth Industrial Revolution is also a battle for technological standards. The nation that sets the standards for emerging technologies like 5G wireless networks, artificial intelligence algorithms, and cybersecurity protocols will have a significant advantage in shaping the development and deployment of these technologies globally. These standards will determine how these technologies are built, how they communicate with each other, and ultimately, how they impact our lives. For example, China's dominance in 5G technology has given it a head start in setting global standards for this next-generation wireless network. This has raised concerns among some Western nations that China could use its influence over 5G technology to gain an unfair advantage in areas like data collection, surveillance, and control over critical infrastructure. The battle for technological standards is therefore not just a technical matter, it has profound implications for national security, economic competitiveness, and the balance of power in the digital age. Section 4. Economic dominance and global power. The economic stakes of the Fourth Industrial Revolution are enormous. The nations that are able to harness the power of these emerging technologies will be the ones that drive global economic growth, create high-paying jobs, and secure their place at the forefront of the global economy. Conversely, nations that fall behind in this technological race risk being left behind economically, facing a future of declining competitiveness, stagnant wages, and diminishing global influence. The Fourth Industrial Revolution is also transforming the nature of warfare and national security. Artificial intelligence, robotics, hypersonic weapons, and cyber warfare capabilities are blurring the lines between conventional and unconventional warfare, creating new domains of conflict and raising the stakes of military competition. The nation that leads in these technologies will have a decisive advantage in deterring aggression, defending its interests, and shaping the future of warfare in the 21st century. Section 5. A reshaped world order. The competition between the United States and China to lead the Fourth Industrial Revolution is not merely a bilateral rivalry, it is a global competition with the potential to reshape the entire international order. The outcome of this competition will determine which nation sets the rules of the road for the 21st century, influences the behavior of other nations, and ultimately shapes the distribution of power and influence in the international system. A world in which China emerges as the dominant technological power would likely look very different from the current world order. China's authoritarian model of governance, its state-centric approach to economic development, and its willingness to use technology for surveillance and social control could become increasingly influential, challenging the values and norms that have underpinned the liberal international order for decades. The stakes of this technological competition are therefore not just about economic prosperity or military might. They are about the kind of world we want to live in and the values that will shape the future of humanity. Section 1. Charting a course for competitiveness. As the world stands on the cusp of a new technological era, the United States faces a critical juncture. The decisions made today will determine its ability to compete and thrive. This is not a challenge for the faint of heart, but a call to action. By embracing ingenuity and collaboration, the United States can secure its place as a global leader. Innovation is the lifeblood of progress, and R&D drives it. The U.S. must prioritize R&D to stay competitive against China's technological advancements. Strategic funding and collaboration between academia, industry, and government are essential. Federal R&D funding has declined and must be increased to maintain leadership. Doubling or tripling funding is a strategic investment in America's future. Focus on AI, quantum computing, biotechnology, renewable energy, and advanced manufacturing. These fields can transform industries and address global challenges. Section 3. Reforging the Links, a resilient supply chain strategy. The COVID-19 pandemic exposed the vulnerability of global supply chains, highlighting the risks of relying on distant and potentially unreliable sources for critical goods and components. To enhance its economic competitiveness and national security, the United States must prioritize the development of more resilient, secure, and geographically diversified supply chains, particularly for essential goods like semiconductors, pharmaceuticals, and rare earth minerals. This will require a multi-pronged approach that includes incentivizing domestic production of critical goods, strengthening relationships with trusted trading partners, and reducing dependence on potentially adversarial nations for essential supplies. The CHIPS Act, which aims to boost domestic semiconductor manufacturing, is a step in the right direction, but more needs to be done. This includes providing tax incentives and other forms of support to companies that invest in American manufacturing, streamlining regulations to reduce the cost and complexity of doing business in the U.S., and investing in workforce development programs to ensure a pipeline of skilled workers for these critical industries. Section 4. United We Stand. The power of international collaboration. In an interconnected world facing shared challenges, no nation can afford to go it alone. To amplify its innovative capacity, counterbalance China's growing influence, and shape the rules of the road for the Fourth Industrial Revolution, the United States must prioritize and strengthen its alliances with like-minded nations that share its commitment to democratic values, a rules-based international order, and the responsible development and deployment of technology. This includes deepening its partnerships with countries like Japan, South Korea, Germany, the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and India, all of which possess significant technological capabilities and share many of the same values and concerns about China's growing assertiveness on the world stage. By working together, these nations can pool resources, share expertise, coordinate policies, and present a united front in setting global standards for emerging technologies, promoting a free and open internet, and ensuring that the benefits of technological advancements are shared widely and equitably. Section 5. Cultivating the Future, STEM. Education as a national imperative. The foundation of any nation's technological prowess lies in the skills and ingenuity of its people. To maintain its competitive edge in the 21st century, the United States must prioritize and invest heavily in STEM education at all levels, from early childhood education to higher education and beyond. This requires not only equipping students with the technical skills and knowledge they need to succeed in STEM fields, but also fostering their creativity, critical thinking skills, and ability to adapt and thrive in a rapidly changing technological landscape. This means investing in teacher training, updating curricula to reflect the latest advancements in science and technology, and providing students with access to cutting-edge learning tools and resources. It also means making STEM education more engaging and accessible to all students, regardless of their background or socioeconomic status. By cultivating a new generation of scientists, engineers, entrepreneurs, and innovators, the United States can ensure that it remains at the forefront of technological progress and continues to shape the future for generations to come. The race for leadership in the Fourth Industrial Revolution is not a sprint to a finish line, but rather a marathon with constantly shifting terrain and evolving rules of engagement. Neither the United States nor China has a guaranteed path to victory, and the ultimate outcome will depend on a complex interplay of factors. What is certain is that the world is entering an era of profound technological change, one that will reshape industries, redefine geopolitics, and challenge our very understanding of what it means to be human. The decisions made today by leaders in government, industry, and academia will have far-reaching consequences for generations to come. Will the United States reignite its spirit of innovation and reaffirm its commitment to democratic values? Will China translate its technological prowess into lasting global influence, or face pushback from nations wary of its growing power? These questions will define the 21st century and shape the world our children inherit. At the heart of this competition lie two distinct visions of the future. The United States, with its long tradition of individual liberty, free markets, and a rules-based international order, envisions a future where technological advancements empower individuals, drive economic growth, and strengthen democratic values around the world. China, on the other hand, with its centralized system of governance, state-led approach to economic development, and emphasis on national rejuvenation, sees technology as a tool for enhancing state power, promoting social stability, and restoring China to its rightful place as a leading global power. These competing visions are not mutually exclusive, and there is potential for cooperation and collaboration between the two nations in areas of shared interest, such as climate change, global health security, and non-proliferation. However, there are also fundamental differences in values and strategic objectives that will continue to fuel competition and create friction points in the relationship. Navigating these complexities will require a delicate balancing act, one that recognizes the need for both competition and cooperation in managing this critical relationship. While the competitive instincts of both nations are undeniable, it is important to remember that the challenges posed by the Fourth Industrial Revolution are not zero-sum games. Climate change, global pandemics, cybersecurity threats, and the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction are all issues that transcend national boundaries and require collaborative solutions. The United States and China, as the world's two largest economies and most technologically advanced nations, have a shared responsibility to work together to address these global challenges, even as they compete vigorously in other areas. Cooperation in areas such as scientific research, technological development, and the establishment of international norms and standards for emerging technologies can benefit both nations and the world as a whole. For example, sharing research on climate change, mitigation and adaptation, collaborating on the development of new vaccines and treatments for infectious diseases, and establishing common standards for artificial intelligence and cybersecurity can create a more stable, prosperous, and secure future for all. Amidst the dazzling technological advancements and geopolitical maneuvering, it is crucial to remember that the Fourth Industrial Revolution is ultimately about people. The technologies we create and the choices we make will shape the world we live in and the lives of generations to come. It is therefore essential to ensure that technological progress is guided by a strong ethical framework, one that prioritizes human well-being, social equity, and the preservation of our shared planet. This means investing in education and workforce development to ensure that all members of society have the opportunity to participate in and benefit from the technological advancements of the 21st century. It means fostering a culture of lifelong learning, adaptability, and resilience as the pace of technological change continues to accelerate. And it means engaging in thoughtful and inclusive dialogue about the ethical implications of emerging technologies, from artificial intelligence and genetic engineering to robotics and automation, to ensure that these technologies are used responsibly and for the betterment of humanity. The Fourth Industrial Revolution is upon us, bringing with it both unprecedented opportunities and daunting challenges. The race for leadership in this new technological era is well underway, with the United States and China vying for dominance. The outcome of this competition will have profound implications for the future of our world, shaping the global balance of power, the contours of the international order, and the very fabric of our societies. Navigating the rapids of change will require courage, vision, and a willingness to embrace new ideas and approaches. It will require collaboration and cooperation, even amidst competition. And it will require a steadfast commitment to the values that have always defined the best of humanity: ingenuity, compassion, and a belief in a brighter future. The choices we make today will determine the course of history for generations to come. Let us choose wisely.